everyone, and I hope everything is good and all is well. So, for today, I'll be talking about the job market and why it is so cooked. I think that many people have complained about the job market being super rough on everyone, and it's not just Gen Z, but even millennials as well. Sorry, I don't know why it's so difficult for me to pronounce that word, but yeah, it's just been difficult for everyone, and even including me. This video will be a little bit on the shorter side, I hope, but I'm going to divide it into different categories based on my own research and my experiences. And by the end of this video, I will provide you some strategies that you could implement to make it easier to land the perfect job for you. Anyways, let's get right into it. So obviously there are many different reasons that explain why the job market is especially difficult for everyone, especially with recent uni graduates and those with fewer work experiences under their belt. And one of the biggest reasons, as you all know, is AI, but not necessarily in the way that you think it is. So many companies use AI to basically sort out resumes and choose the best of the best. And because they don't exactly look through resumes physically as much anymore, and take the time to actually sort things out, they use AI for pretty much the whole process. And another thing is AI has replaced a lot of entry level jobs like customer service, typing jobs, you know the drill. But I would say that the use of AI by companies is getting a little bit ridiculous and low-key scary as well. Like, I mean, have you seen those AI generated images? They are getting way, way, way too real. And as much as I would say that, I'm not entirely fully against AI because it can be a tool to be used, but I just think that AI has gotten so much more developed and it's just been really scary. Not only for me, but a lot of people feel the same way that I do. And in a sense, most people are also competing with AI and not just humans themselves because, like I said, many companies use AI to basically sort out resumes and things like that. So you need to kind of curate your resume in a way that you have keywords that AI will totally not dismiss your resume for. And another thing that I came across while also doing research is apparently companies have ghost jobs, as I call it, to create the illusion of having jobs that people could apply to while they're not necessarily looking for anyone. And so I read an article by Medium, and it says that companies may create job applications just to appear as if they're growing or because they kind of have to post public jobs. So pretty much a lot of the jobs that you see are basically non-existent. Like they're not real. So companies just put them to, create that fake illusion of growing or looking for someone new, but they're not actually looking for anyone new. And it's just crazy because so many people need jobs. And imagine just like applying for a job just to see that the job wasn't even real to begin with. Like how weird and devastating is that? And yeah, the article really opened my eyes about the job market and the different jobs available. So yeah. And sometimes they also make those same jobs application just for future references in case they need someone to fill out a specific role that wasn't created yet. Isn't that crazy? Like, you tell me that a company just have job applications that are not even real yet, but they're just application just in case you need someone to fill out the role in the future. Like, what if you don't even need someone to fill out that role in the future? Isn't that a waste of time? But yeah, when I was doing research for that, it really opened my eyes to why companies often post several job applications and they don't even fill out the role. But yeah, I kind of suggest everyone to also do a little bit of research about ghost jobs and everything, but it can be really difficult to know if a job is not real or not because of the way that it is promoted. But yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that things have to be so complicated and end up this way. But I think that's just the way that it is nowadays. It's just the world we live in. And last but not least, another obvious reason is also the competition. Thousands and thousands of people apply for the same position, which makes it difficult for everyone, including me, to actually get the chance to get higher and grow our skills. And no, competition doesn't make you work more. Competition makes everyone tired because companies cannot give chances to people anymore or for even entry level jobs, which is crazy because entry level jobs basically have to be a little bit more easier for people who do not have a lot of work experiences. Okay, so I'm gonna get started for the solutions. So there are still a few reasons why it is difficult to get a job nowadays, but I mainly wanted to touch on the main important reasons and also the experiences that I've seen and heard from others. Anyways, some solutions that I think could potentially help with landing a jobs that I found the simplest are first of all, customize your resume really well. I think this solution helps people because when you really work in customizing your resume by including keywords that were mentioned in the job description, it's easier for the AI robot or tool to not remove your application. As I mentioned, companies are using AI to filter out resumes and applications, but this solution also helps by improving the quality of your resume, which increases your chance of getting a job. And then the second solution is possibly applying directly to a company's website, or if you can, hand in your resume in person. That's because with job sites like Indeed and others, as I said, many employers don't really take the time to check them out. So if you apply directly in person or within the company's website, you have more chances of being noticed by people or by managers. And lastly, the third solution might be a bit difficult, but honestly, network and connect with as many people as you can. This might sound unfair, but a lot of people hire people that have already connections or referrals, which gives them people in upper hand when they know someone who works at a company they want to work in. It's important to attend networking events, exchanging contacts, and even putting yourself out there in a way that you normally wouldn't. And this is probably the one that I personally struggle with the most because I don't necessarily like to go out of my way to do that. But with the way that things are, I just think that this is something you should definitely think about and something that you need to try. Because at this point, you gotta try anything to land a job nowadays. Okay, so I hope this was somewhat educational for you because finding a job has honestly gotten so ridiculous that we have to use whatever alternatives that we can. And yeah, I hope we won't be too cooked within the next few years or decade. Not to sound dramatic, but things are getting bad. But yeah, as I mentioned, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel is just an extension of my podcast. And I hope y'all can check it out and give it a listen. Thank you again for listening to me. And I hope I can see you next time.